Hey y'all, it's Alexis with Lexx Talk About It, and we're here with Steven, who is the founder of 615. What's going on,
What's
man?
going on?
Look, glad to have you on the show.
I'm glad to be here.
We wanted to talk to you because I feel like everybody in their run club era.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's trending right now.
And why is it trending? Like, and talk to us about your club and how you founded it, your organization. What's going on?
Why is it trending? I still don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, it's on TikToks and stuff, but again, I don't know, like, just because it's on there, I don't know why it's trending. But people are coming out, people are pulling up to the runs, and I mean, I'm just glad to see people outside running.
Yeah. How did you get involved though?
Man, I'm gonna be real. I just got tired of being fat one day.
Shut up.
I just got tired of my thighs rubbing together, and I was like, yo, I'm finna just start running.
I feel
So
that.
I had a roommate, Kentavious Perry. He was like, yo, the Bruz is doing this 30 days and 30 miles, and I didn't want to do nothing that the Bruz was doing. The Bruz with a Z, not the Bruz with a S.
Okay.
So he was like, bro, we doing this 30 miles and 30 day challenge. You should do it. I was like, I'll try it. I did it for 30 days, and I was like, okay, cool. I can get behind this. So the first month I did 30 miles. Second month I did 50. The month after that, 75.
That's wild.
And then, like, by my fourth month, I kid you not, I was doing 100 miles a month. And I kept doing, like, 100 plus for, like, the next 2, 3, 4 years.
That is insane because I feel like a lot of people start their journey the same way. Like, I ain't liking how I feel in my clothes, like, thighs rubbing together.
Yeah.
Like, that's truthful. Like, that is how it be. Talk to me about how you started your organization.
So 615 started, how did it start? I think, so like as I started doing like a lot more running, I started to do races. So like I signed up for this 5K, half marathon, like all this stuff. And I was like, man, I'm the only black person out here. This is like, if this is 2024, this is like 2016.
2016.
Yeah, like 2016, like people aren't running. And if they are, they're not black. So I was like, man, I'm tired of being the only black person at every single race.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool because like it wasn't like nobody was like, you know, coming in these different kind of ways towards me, but it was just like, I just want more people to look like me. So I was kind of just like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do like a run challenge. I kind of had it set up like, I'm gonna do a run challenge, get people involved and invested, and then after that, like at the end of it, we just gonna do like a group run.
Okay.
So they didn't even know what they were signing up for. They didn't even know like at the end, like
We finna do a group run.
We finna get out the group chat. So no, like I created this Nike challenge, and it was just like, let's see if people can do 30 miles in 30 days. And then after that, like I kind of like finished it off with a group run, and that was the first 615 link up, and we've been popping for 5 years.
Man, okay, so would you say 615 is like for underrepresented communities or minorities just to come together for health, or what you?
It's kind of a mix of things. I think how it started isn't how it is now. I think it started originally like on like a FUBU concept of like, you know, I just want like black people outside, but now it's kind of just like, honestly, if you want to like get into the sport, if you want to kind of like feel comfortable in the sport and feel accepted in the sport, this is kind of like the place to come.
Oh, good.
I think the biggest difference with my run club versus like everybody else in the city is like we actually stop. So like we got set stops points on each route that we do, so it's not like a non-stop situation. Like we'll stop, let everybody catch up.
Good, because I was gonna ask that. I'm like,
so
how?
yeah. We'll take anybody in, man. As long as you just like trying your best. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to do a hot girl walk, like.
Hot girl walk is crazy.
You know, I mean, if you're trying to do a hot girl walk, you know, we gotta still like find a place for that. We're still working on that. But like if you're gonna try to do a little jog and you're gonna bust a stroll with us, come on.
So tell me about that process. Like when y'all get out here, how often do y'all run a week, and is it in groups by pace? Like how does that work?
Yeah. So we meet every Tuesday at the Exchange where we're at right now. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. We on CPT, so we'll probably start at like 6:15.
6:30.
I mean, Nashville traffic is bad. You know what I'm saying? If I just start at 6, man, it won't be.
Nobody gonna be here.
Not for real, no. So like, you got to give people a chance to like get here, get cool, find their friend, talk to, you know what I'm saying, chit chat, whatever. So I'll probably do announcements like 6:15. Outside, I would like run down like what the weekly announcements are because it changes every week. We might have something going on this week, next week, it just depends. So if we have like a certain brand that comes out that particular week to like demo shoes, we want to like highlight that brand, talk about like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have like a lot of people come in every Tuesday to kind of just like, hey, we want this brand to come through. Nike might come out, Asics might come out, On Running might come out.
I didn't know that's how that works.
Yeah. So they'll pull up to the runs, you know what I'm saying? Let's say I mean, just depending on where you come from, like you don't have access to shoes, you don't have the knowledge of like what kind of shoe you need to run in. So that gives people a chance to like try these shoes for free without feeling like they gotta buy something.
Good.
So it gives them a chance to like really try this shoe, run around in it, really see how they feel about the shoe, and be like, okay, this works or this doesn't work. So we'll go through the announcements, talk about the brands we're working with that week, and then from there we'll just talk about what's going on. So it's a 2 mile, 4 mile route. You pick which one you want to do, and then we send everybody off by pace. So like if you're doing a 4 miler, we'll break it down by your pace, and then after that we'll do the 2 mile and break it down again by pace. So.
See, that's news to me because the branding is cool because I was also going to talk to you about like how do people supposed to know like what shoe they're supposed to wear, how they supposed to know what's comfortable, the running etiquette. So I'm glad we got into that a little bit. We're going to talk about it more a little later.
Okay.
So I want to keep talking about like the pace. So you break it down to 2 miles or 4 miles.
Right.
So is there like a group one if you run like under 7 minutes, y'all start off and then like another group? Like, is that how that goes?
Yeah, so we break it down by, we kind of big, but we're not big enough to do it by like 30-minute increments. So we'll do it by like minute increments. So if you're running under 8 minutes, go ahead, take a break, let them get off, and then we'll do the next minute, and then we'll keep going until everybody's gone. My thing is like I don't want somebody to feel like intimidated. So if this is your pace, like you don't have to feel like somebody dragging you out to do something else or like that you didn't come to do. And then I've been run clubs where they say they running a 10 and then we running like an 8 minute and I'm dying. So I don't want to send nobody out.
I don't want to embarrass myself running. I'm gonna be in the back walking.
No, you won't. No, you'll be fine.
Really? That's why. Because look,
you just gotta come out and try. That's the thing. You scared because you ain't tried it. You just gotta pull up.
That is true. Because I go to the gym, but running with a group of people, I'm gonna be in the back trying to lead.
Everybody say that.
But is that how everybody start? Everybody don't start off like that though, right?
No, but you won't be in the back though.
Okay. I'm gonna see.
We'll have to do like a follow-up interview about your first experience.
Okay,
I'm gonna interview you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be like, how was it?
Look, it might not ever happen.
Okay.
But, okay, listen, I'm gonna think about it for real.
Okay.
Okay.
Think about it. If you're watching this, you should think about it. If you haven't already, you should come out.
Cause I'm scared. I feel like it's not
what
about.
Are you scared of?
That's what I was about to get into. It's not that I'm scared. It's probably just the thought, like, dang, you're gonna be in the back. You might not make it.
The people that think they're in the back will never be in the back. It don't even work like that.
And even if you are in the back, it's fine. Like,
because we're gonna wait for you.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Like, is people gonna be waiting, right?
It's like church. Come as you are, man.
I like that. We love church. We love God.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Okay. Well, wait. So, is there like an age group? And do people bring like kids? Bring their dogs? Like.
They do bring them kids. They do bring them dogs.
They bring them strollers. Okay.
Them strollers is outside.
Okay.
If you want to come, just come. Like, just honestly, just come. Just don't, act like you got some sense, and everything else is fine from there.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm glad you said act like you got some sense, because I want to talk about run etiquettes, because I'm thinking about like traffic, safety, challenges. Like, what type of issues have you ran into because of the size of the group, like with construction and stuff like that? Has it ever been an issue?
Nah, no real issues. I know, so we have 2 different routes, right? So the 2 mile and the 4 mile, they go off in 2 different directions. I know during the 2 mile, I have heard that like the street has just been taken up. And I was like, no, it's not true. Then me and Justin went for the 5-year last week. And when we hit the corner, I kid you not, like the whole street is like flooded with people.
Really?
And I'm like, dog, like, if somebody trying to come home from work, like, granted, they love to see people outside because we out east and stuff like that. We're not out north. If you know, you know. But, like, they not trying to see, like, 100+ people, like, barricading the street.
Nah, for real.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you gotta stay on your right side of the street. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make way for traffic. Like, you don't run traffic. You can never beat a car.
Yeah.
So don't try.
Don't try.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not a good idea. So just being mindful of, like, your surroundings and stuff like that, try to stay on the sidewalk if you can. If not, like, don't try to go back and forth between the street and sidewalk. You might clip your ankle, and then
you're gonna be over with.
And then that liability waiver is that liability waiver.
That's a liability.
So yeah, but no, just like being mindful of like your surroundings, the people around you. You know what I mean? And that's really it.
Okay.
Honestly, act like you just got some sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to where you at. So.
Look, and then you mentioned the 5-year. You just came up on your 5-year.
5 years.
Of the organization. Talk to me about how y'all celebrated, and just also want to know about from then to now, like the growth of it, the membership. Like, talk to me about that.
Yeah. So I mean, anybody who's come to a run, we just celebrate hard. You know what I mean? Like we really celebrate anything that anybody is doing, and we really like want to highlight people for like doing the things that they're doing. Because this isn't talked about enough.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we had a cookout Saturday. We had the run on Tuesday. We had the cookout Saturday. Had a DJ out, photographer.
Oh, y'all be kicking it.
Oh, yeah. Pepper Pot catered. Shout out to Pepper Pot. Those my people. Open bar. Yeah.
Wait, y'all might need to hit the run club.
Yeah, it's running is like the smallest part of what we do. It's more so like a social space, you know what I mean? We're at the shop all the time. We just kick it at the shop. So it's just really highlighting who people are and just taking that time to really like dive into that.
Okay, so can you talk to me about how the community in your organization has changed over time? Because we both TSU alums, and I've been peeping TSU people out there. Like
TSU makes TSU makes some of them goats. For real. Yeah.
I've been seeing them out there. How does it feel to know like you getting that support from your alma mater and like folks from like Line Brothers, orgs and stuff like that from TSU?
Yeah. I think it's like super appreciated because I come from like a place of like, or like a mindset of like nobody really owes me nothing. Like nobody owe you a shout out, a retweet. They don't have to share it. Now, granted, it's appreciated, but it's not like they don't owe you that.
Yeah.
So like I've had Line Brothers pull up. I've had my Neos pull up. Shout out to my Neos, BO. But like again, like no one owes you anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate anybody who like shows love. People repost and never came to a run, and granted, running just may not be their thing, but the fact that they just still show support regardless, like.
And regardless, because talking about like dedication, y'all was out running in the rain the other day.
Tuesday we was in the rain for sure.
That's wild. I would have skipped out. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, depending on your lashes or your makeup situation, you might have to wait.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we was still deep on Tuesday, despite it. So yeah.
And that's cool because it's like even with the weather being bad, like people still showing up, showing love. Like, and I'm wondering, I feel like they're doing it for you, but also knowing like they made a dedication to show up every weekend for their health and stuff, right?
Yeah, my biggest thing is like you don't ever have to do anything for me. You should do it for yourself. You know, a little rain ain't gonna kill nobody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you ever thought about adding more days? Like, have people asked you about that because of scheduling or?
People ask about it, but they don't understand how much work goes into that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. It's not as easy as just saying, all right, well, we're gonna open up and keep this shop open for like another hour on Wednesday or like Thursday. It's like, nah, like you gotta have some programming behind it. And also like, is that the best day? Because the thing is like, let's say Tuesday is the best day for somebody, but Thursday is. And then like, what if somebody can't accommodate the Thursday?
Right.
So it's just like, okay, then we have to add another day. So it's been on my mind. I just haven't really like sat down and said, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and it's okay either way. I was just curious
I mean,
it's
something I would like to do. I just haven't really like sat down enough to really, really want to do it. Maybe like, I don't know, 5 years. I don't know. We might make some changes.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's time for the change.
And especially like you got to coordinate with the shop, like in talking about them. How did that partnership come about? Because y'all host the runs here.
We host the runs here every Tuesday. Yeah.
And how did that work? Like,
I'm trying to think. I think originally I had a friend, we had a mutual friend, me and the owner of the shop. She had like put us in a DM together. She was like, hey, this is somebody you should meet. I think y'all should really like sit down and have coffee. And like this is like 2 or 3 years ago. And keep in mind, like I've never been a coffee person, never been a caffeine person.
Yeah.
So like I didn't understand that was like the form of way of like, let's grab a drink. So he's like, let's grab coffee. I'm like, man, I don't even drink coffee.
I don't even drink coffee, right? Because I don't really either. Like I get
that. We don't have to do that. But I was like, it's big on like, I judge you off of who introduced you. You know what I mean? So from the person that like introduced us, I was like, okay, this is somebody I should probably talk to. So I had coffee. I got tea. I ain't get coffee. I got tea.
I had some hot tea.
Yeah. I had some tea.
Yeah.
So we had met, we had talked, and she was like, I'm opening up this store out east. And this is like, keep in mind, this used to be like the ice cream parlor.
Really?
Yeah. So like they still got the steps from the ice cream parlor. Like you would go up these steps.
Okay, they kept the roots.
Well, some of it, yeah. So that you would come up these steps, and then there would be like a game center in the back. It was almost like a speakeasy part of the like the ice cream parlor. Like
and it's nice in here too.
Yeah. You would just have to know that it's there. So she was like, I'm gonna be where the old ice cream parlor is, and I'm like, wait, has she already got like all this stuff locked in? It just sounded crazy at first, but nah, her name is Lauren Osborne, and then her husband James Osborne. So like when she talked to me, I was like, it still sounded like a little too good to be true, but I was like, I don't think she a liar. So like, like I didn't know. Like it just sounded like imagine somebody give you this crazy idea and they give you like the concept of like they giving me the layout of the shop already. And it's like, y'all just got the space. Like how do y'all figure it's gonna look like this? But we finally pieced it together, and then she came out to run. And I think that's the biggest thing that like had me drawn in. Like they really were in the field with us.
Man, really supporting like that.
Yeah, because like what 615 looks like now is not what 615 looked like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So she was like, she had said like maybe a month or two ago, she was like, I just saw the potential. I'm like, I ain't even see the potential, so I don't know what you saw.
And that's love though.
Yeah,
like for real, how you were saying, like it seemed like it's too good to be true. Like it's really not. Like it can be true. Like people straight to have more faith in you sometimes than you would see in yourself. Like, that's love.
So when she said that, I was like, oh, okay. But I'm thinking back, like, nobody could tell like it was gonna go from like literally 20 folks to like we having 200.
200 members.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot to manage
200
too.
on a Tuesday.
Y'all doing it. Okay, 200 on a Tuesday.
200 on a Tuesday.
Okay. That's love, man. That's good to hear. Also, I want to go back to the run etiquettes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about like do people like have some sort of like cadence? Like I'm trying to think about imagining if I want to go running, how do I like practice stabilizing my breathing and stuff? Because that's the issue that I think I have.
So everybody breathes different. So like we got staff in here now. Like if we all ran beside each other, our breathing would all be different. It's just like a rule of thumb that they'll say is like breathe in for 3, breathe out for 2. But like once you start to run, you'll find your own cadence. And it's not always gonna be perfectly 3 and 2 or 3 and 3. It's just like you're just gonna find out what works for like your cadence. Because the thing is, everybody's cadence is different.
Yeah.
So like the amount of time it takes to do 3 steps for me is gonna be different from somebody else in here. So like it's kind of hard to call it.
Yeah. I'm
but
practice.
You'll just naturally just get into it. But the thing is, once you start thinking about it, you can probably think about it for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. But after that, like it'll kind of like naturally form itself out. Yeah.
Cause I be thinking like I'm clumsy. I play too much. Be falling.
You be thinking about the wrong thing.
I'm thinking about the wrong thing. That's not why we're here. I get that.
You just gotta, just put one foot in front of the other.
Okay. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna see. I also want to talk more to you about why people are really joining clubs. Because on TikTok, they saying they joining to find the love of their life. What you think?
I don't think you're going to find the love of your life at 615.
Oh.
You could, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't stand behind this. running clubs a new day now. Like
that's what they saying.
That's what they saying, but they be saying a lot.
So they say a lot and
they say a lot and it don't be true. So no, I don't. I mean, granted, this is a good place to really honestly, like I said, find like family. Like a lot of the run club is close. Like everybody's like honestly cool with each other, and there's like so many people from so many different things. So like you might have me, a data analyst, beside a realtor, beside an attorney, beside a married medical student. And you might be right beside a sophomore from TSU.
Man, literally.
You know what I mean? Just here for the summer because they doing their summer school in Maymester. You never know. So you just never know who you're beside. So like it's a crazy social network aspect. The whole dating thing, I can't really. It's like
you ain't believing it.
Nah,
okay.
I don't condone it.
That's
like,
crazy.
Like I'm not gonna tell you like if you see somebody that you like, you know what I'm saying, shoot your shot. Shooters gonna shoot, but like. To come out here and think like, oh, I'm finna find the love of my life, you should probably like stay at home.
You should go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, they be.
For it. That's what they say though. But
that's what they saying
because
I'm telling you, I be on TikTok looking at like run clubs in different cities just to see what's going on, and they be like, y'all need to come out here. People linking up, finding they love, and then it's like you said y'all hang out outside of the run club too, so it's like it becomes like a social activity.
Don't find your best friend. Don't find your love of your life.
Don't come running for love.
Because the thing is, if you come to a run club looking for love, like you got to keep up with the running.
Right.
You got to keep running after you find love. You know what I mean?
You got to run with or without that man.
So if you came out here not to run for real, you got to keep up with that.
Okay,
you got to stand on that business.
That's too funny.
You know what I mean? So.
Back to people joining. So I feel like a lot of people we're in the latter part of our 20s.
Yeah.
And it seems like people running now. Is it because, from your opinion, like, Is it because people are starting to prioritize health? Like, I'm thinking my metabolism then isn't the same than it was now, and I see it. So I feel like, is that the same sentiments for everybody else? Like, what you think?
It's a little bit of all that. So like, you got to think about it. While we in undergrad college, we're not thinking about running. We fighting for our lives right now.
Okay, I barely had $3 if
I'm just trying to make sure that I can, make it to the next day. Honestly.
Yeah.
So like in your later 20s, you got a little more luxury of time that you didn't have in undergrad. So I think that plays a part because you got time to really like focus on you a little bit, and then also you got to keep in mind like we want to live as long as we possibly can. So the things that you do in your 20s are gonna pay off at some point. They might not feel like it, they might not look like it, but the decisions you make now are gonna affect you in the long run. So if that's running, if that's working out, if that's going to the gym, just whatever that is. So I think people kind of like grasp it later on, especially if they weren't like athletes in college and high school.
Right.
I mean, honestly, their bodies are a little bit more fresher, you know what I mean? So like they haven't went through that, they haven't put that much toll on their body. So it's a little bit easier to get into it. Or if you just like took a break after college and then you finally getting back into your career and now it's like, okay, I got some free time, now you can do it again.
Another thing I thought that was interesting about run clubs, y'all be popping champagne bottles. I be seeing people mid-marathon taking shots. Why are y'all doing that?
I don't know why they're doing that.
You didn't start that?
Me taking shots during a race? No. Me popping bottles after that? Possibly.
Really?
I might have had a part in that.
You had something to do with that, because I be seeing you be the main one doing it.
There's an art to popping a bottle. You got to pop it right. So like, so if you got the bottle, you got the cork, and then you got the thing on top of the cork. And
I get the art.
Yeah.
Why are y'all doing it mid-run, end of runs? Like, I'm thinking y'all supposed to be drinking Gatorades, smoothies.
I mean, we'll get to it.
Okay.
I mean, refreshments is refreshments. You know what I mean? So, but no, I'm really big on like celebrating people.
Okay.
So if it's like your first race, oh, we gotta celebrate it. Your first half marathon, we gotta celebrate it. Oh, it's your birthday, we celebrate it.
Take a shot.
Take a shot. I kid you not, if we go around the corner and go into that refrigerator, bottom shelf,
champagne.
La Marca everywhere.
Get out.
La Marca.
I want to go see. We're going to see, because I'm trying to figure out why. Like, if I'm taking a shot mid-marathon, I'm leaving.
Nah, you can't leave. You got to finish.
I'm going to be a little too lit.
No, this is the thing. Like, the stuff that we're doing here is not, like, average. It's not normal. Like, people are really, like, we're really, on a bigger scale, like, we're really pushing black running forward. And this isn't, like, something to be taken light. Like, we really are, like, pushing the culture forward with this running that we're doing in Nashville, especially in Nashville. Like, we're in a white city.
Especially.
We're pushing black running in a white city in a major way. So, whenever we do decide to celebrate, we make sure, like, we celebrate those accomplishments that we doing out here every week.
And when you put it that way, it's like, I feel that.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking from like a health perspective, I'm like, if y'all get me taking shots, I'm going to take a nap.
We got shots of water if you want that too.
Okay. I'm going to take the shot of water
just
to kind of play along.
Want.
Whatever y'all want, we got it tequila.
I mean, just tequila, champagne, and water.
Okay,
we don't stray too far away from that.
Don't get too crazy now.
Yeah. You got to stick to what you know.
If you could pick anywhere in the world you could run, where would you go and why?
Anywhere in the world to run. Oregon.
Oregon?
Eugene, Oregon.
It's probably beautiful out there.
It's crazy. I was just there last month. Nike flew me out for the Olympic trials, and that was my first time being in Oregon. And, like Nike's based out of Eugene, Oregon, Portland, that area. So like, you think like, oh, well, it's super green here. Like, no. Like, it's green. I think the air is different there. Honestly, it's
I believe it.
It's like, but just to be there, like, it just feels like there's so much like greenway, like riverways and stuff like that. It's kind of just like cool to see. It's so scenic. It's like the most scenic run you can go on. So that would probably be my favorite place to run.
Wait, hold on. Nike flew you out? You outside?
Well, no. I flew out with the shop on behalf of Nike.
Okay. You still outside though?
Yeah.
Talk about that. How that go and why it was flying you out? What y'all out there doing?
I mean, I do a lot of brand work, so a lot of what I do here is like based out of community. So for the shop, I'm like director of community for the store. So like when we partner with brands, like I'm in all those conversations on what we're doing and who we're doing them with. and like how we want that to look and what's the optics on like how we're pushing that out to the world. So between me, the store, and the brands that we work with, we just want to make sure like we're doing the right thing and like pushing the right image forward, and making sure that we get the right communities in place when we're doing these activations.
That's dope though.
So we just don't want to just do like, oh, we're doing a run and people are bringing out shoes to try on and stuff like that. Like, what can we do to really make this an experience? Because those are the things that are impactful. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if the brand comes out and they just want to give you shoes to try on, like, they don't lose anything from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, they gain a customer out of us. So, like, what do we do on the back end or on the front end to make sure, like, this is a mutually beneficial situation? So.
And I'm glad that you said that, just in regards to the sense of community, the impact, because that's really what it's about. Like, of course, everybody running, they networking, but it's like you bringing people comfort and having something to look forward to. Like, after a long day of work, it's like, I'm going to go running today, like Tuesday, 6 p.m. Come on, like, that's good to know. You know, you said you ran like 100 miles in 1 month?
Yeah, 100 miles
That's
a month.
ridiculous. What's the longest you've ever run in one stint, though? Like
26 miles. I ran a full marathon before.
Full marathon?
Yeah.
Where was it at?
I did it during COVID. I think it's maybe the third or fourth week into the lockdown. I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna just jump off the porch and I'm gonna run 26. So I kind of just mapped out the route. There's like a greenway that starts at the dam out in Hermitage and ends all the way at Ted Rose behind TSU.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I basically ran from Hermitage to Nashville, I guess depending on how you look at it. But no, like 26 miles, me and one of my captains, Ryan, I think I woke up on a Monday morning, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna run 26 miles.
That's what you said, jumping off the porch. I'm like, you just up and did it, no purpose.
Well, I mean, I was running so much, it was just kind of like, I had like the legs to do it. I was healthy enough to do it. So I just kind of hit the group chat. I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna run 26 on Saturdays. Is anybody free? And granted, it's COVID, so everybody's free. So it's just like a hot
I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah. And I was like, I need people at this particular spot. I need somebody in Shelby Park. I need somebody at Nissan Stadium. I need somebody at Metro Center Greenway. I need somebody at TSU Golf Course. And then I need somebody on Charlotte.
Yeah.
And
just did it.
And I already knew how fast I was gonna run. I knew what times I was gonna be there.
What was the times? How
long
did it
take you? It was like 8-minute miles, just to like.
The whole time?
Yeah. I mean, but you just gotta pace yourself out. You gotta have like
I can't
you can't just
run
go out there
a mile,
blind. Like you gotta no. You gotta know what you're doing, or like have an idea. And so I kind of just mapped it out. I knew what time everybody should be there because I knew how long it would take to get to each point. And I was just like, just be out there with some Gatorade or some water at that particular time, and after that, I promise you can go back home.
That's wild.
Or you can just meet us at the finish line when I get there. So.
How did you feel at the end, at the finish line?
Man, at that point, I just kind of feel like there wasn't nothing I couldn't do for real. There's not much you can't, like outside of that, there's not much you can't do. You know what I mean? If you can just put yourself through that, if you can just tell yourself not to stop, and you can just like go nonstop for like, I think I ended right at 3 hours and 59 minutes. So
that's
like,
crazy.
Of nonstop, like you just going. So just to be able to do that, I kind of just felt like accomplished. I felt like there wasn't nothing I could. There's nothing on my to-do list that I can't knock off. So.
If you could have any celebrity or athlete join you on the run, who would it be?
Who would it be?
Who I'm thinking about? Somebody fun. I don't know what I'm thinking about, like Megan Stallion. Like she seemed fun and just be around.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see y'all on a treadmill, like having girl talk, and then like with the celebrity. Man, honestly.
Who you thinking about?
I'd probably run with Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Like that'd be.
Y'all ain't gonna make it. He gonna be having you laughing.
No, that's the thing. Like, I think that would be like hilarious. I think that'd be a fun time.
He seemed like he just gonna be tripping people.
Like he seems like actually like he seems like he's like clumsy in real life. I feel like so it'd just be like.
Why you say that?
I don't know. It's like he just like trip over something and then like make a joke about a rock while we're running. I'm like, bro, like let's just go. So yeah. I'd say Kevin Hart.
Okay. Do you have a favorite running playlist or a song that gets you going?
My favorite song to run to is Super Gremlins.
Really?
Super Gremlins.
That is a good song.
Like, it just, Super Gremlin just gets me hyped.
The beat, like.
I feel like it's like my theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super Gremlins. Yeah, that's it.
That's a good song.
I don't really listen to music while I run, so like if I had like a song, it would be that.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like people usually do.
I mean, I guess so, but like I like to. So like running is more than just like physical. It's kind of like a little mental. So like I like to be able to kind of just like lock in, and like pay attention like what's going on. You know what I mean? So they tell you not to run with headphones, at least not two.
Or at least not too loud either, right?
Well, yeah, so you can like be aware of what's going on and like, cause the thing is like you'll be so in the zone and you don't even know this car finna knock you over.
Don't die about it.
Yeah, please don't die about that Glorilla playlist, please. Nah, so I really don't listen to much music. So I'll probably like, I'm really just taking in the outside sounds. I'm really like looking at what's going on. My biggest thing is I'm looking at people while they driving.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see, are you texting while you driving?
Is it the same though at the gym too? Like you do the same thing if you go to the gym?
I don't even go to the gym.
You just running. I know that's right. Just running.
I do one thing and one thing only.
I feel that.
So, yeah.
I want to talk more about the behind the scenes. I know we talked about announcements. Do y'all usually stretch before the runs? Do y'all usually
That's at your leisure. I mean, you should probably just stretch.
Oh, okay. It's nothing for us.
I mean, somebody said we should lead a stretch. There's still stuff on our to-do list, you know. It's a thing, and we just don't know what that looks like, or like it's so many people, like the space is confined. We'll get there.
Yeah, I got you. I was just curious because I feel like when people go to the gym, they stretch first, so I didn't know if that was something that y'all implemented or not.
Yeah, just on our own time. Kind of like independent study.
Got you.
Know
Do your thing.
Yeah,
just make sure you know when you finna run a couple miles.
Like you know what you finna do.
You.
Like you just want to just get out the car and just start running. Like you do a little leg swing here and there. Yeah. Get yourself together. Don't let me be the one to do it.
Do you feel like when y'all run, is this encouraging people to get into the marathons? Because you were a part of the rock and roll marathon, right?
I've ran rock and roll marathon before, yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like this encourages people to get into marathons? Do you want them to, or?
Yeah, my biggest thing is like I want to make as many like races as possible. That's my biggest thing, because the thing is when it's like you go to a race and like you get that first medal and you get like your registration bib, like it feels real, you know? So kind of being able to run and be able to experience that's the feeling I want to give to somebody. Because the thing is, even if you don't like start at a 5K and go all the way to like a full marathon, at least you'll have that experience under your belt and be like, that was fun. I would do that again. So like my biggest thing is getting people to just get there and just get to the line. If you can get to the start line, I think everything else kind of figures itself out.
It's gonna get done regardless.
Yeah. Like just sign up. If you just sign up for your first race, I promise you it won't be your last one. So I think that's outside of just getting people to run in general, that's the second biggest mission of like the Run Club, like to get people to be in that space to be able to be like, okay, I ran a 5K or I ran a half marathon. I think anybody with 2 legs can do a half marathon. And no matter about the time, everybody's medal's the same.
Not the size. I'm like, listen.
Like the first place and last place, they don't have no different sizes in their medal. Their medal
that is true. Big. That's a good way of thinking.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You can get the same medal when you finish. So
at least you finish.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about planning events or like any partnerships you're looking forward to in the future that we should be expecting or things of that nature.
Any future partnerships that I'm looking forward to, I done signed an NDA on. But
I heard that.
There's a lot of brands that I love to work with. I can't say who my favorite brands are. They might watch this video.
Look.
Not like, you know, so you're not your favorite.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. No, but
work with you again.
but no, like I very rarely have an experience where like it's not a brand that I didn't want to work with. You know, like anybody that reaches out at this point, the ideas make sense. You know, the people that I'm working with to like get this from an idea to like an actual like a activation or an event, like it's always a good process. So I have a decent sized team within the Run Club that like I'll bounce an idea and they'll like shred it up and say this is trash.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, nah, this is hard, but like do this instead with it. So like as brands reach out, people reach out. I'm just like, okay, hey, this is what we have on the table. What do you think about this? What can we do to make it better? What can we do to, you know, get what we need out of this experience? And we go from there.
Okay, cool. And the runs are free, right?
Free.
So how do you want people to support you financially? Like,
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt.
Yeah, it's not even.
Buy some merch. Okay.
Yeah. It's never been about the bread for real. My biggest thing is I really just want people to run. And if you think the run was cool, buy a shirt and rep the brand whenever you go to the gym, Planet Fitness, True Fit, whatever. Be like, oh, you run with them, and then just be like, yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. So somebody can say, oh, I was scared, and then you know, like, of course I'm gonna tell you that it's not that bad, because I mean, I want you to run.
Because I want you to be there, yeah.
But like, if somebody else that you don't know, like, or somebody that you do know, you know what I'm saying, you see the shirt and you're like, how was it? They're like, oh no, this was a hit. Mm-hmm. You'll take that word and you'll show up. So yeah. That's good. That's how you support the run club.
Okay, it's probably my last question, but it's more so for me thinking about like, what are you supposed to bring to a run? Like, I mean, sometimes I see people with like fanny packs, water. Like, what are you supposed to have?
I'm like a real minimalist when I run. So I honestly go outside with a watch and a hat. Well, I don't even wear hats anymore. My hair growing out.
Okay. So. My hair growing out.
You know what I mean? Like my head already big. The hair is on top of it. Like I really don't wear a hat anymore. But I mean, whatever you feel like you need to finish them 2 miles, I don't think you really need like a fanny pack to get some snacks out of. It's not that long. But if you feel like you need it, who am I to tell you? I would say bring some water. You know, bring something that you feel comfortable like sweating in, and just bring your best effort.
Best effort. That's what you gotta bring. Yeah, that was good.
Sure.
Okay.
For sure.
What are your goals for your organization?
To get as many black people running in Nashville as possible.
Simple as that.
Easy.
I agree.
That's it. That's it.
Any upcoming events you want to tell us about?
Right now, we got one big push that we got. It's for St. Jude Marathon in Memphis, December 7th. We're gonna open up training for that, and that's our biggest push. So like we're trying to get as many half marathons as we can possibly make. You know what I mean? So if like you never ran a race, it's your time to do it. You know, we're gonna get you through the training process. It's like 12 weeks. You'll start at A, and we'll get you to point B.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. Anything you think I should have asked you that I didn't?
Nah, you did perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect interview.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
5 stars.
This is Lex, and we just talked about it.